What's going on, guys? In 2 to 3 generations, African diaspora lineage could possibly vanish. Some of you might think that's a bit of a heavy statement, right? So today's episode is slightly different. I'm going to talk briefly, and then you're going to watch a snippet or like an excerpt from a previous live stream, which basically, aligns with this topic. So during the course of the last live stream that I had on my channel, right, it was very interesting. And then after the live stream, so many people would watch a play, the playback. If you haven't, I'm going to link it up, so that you can go watch it. It's 3 hours live stream, but it comprises of several people with their opinions and stuff. But a particular gentleman stood out for me, which is where I extracted, that bit for you to watch in a moment. And then one of my viewers left me this comment. This particular topic has always been on my mind, to talk about our lineage being the way the global orchestration of things are. There was a major attack against us, the black race. But I'll read you this lady's message. It says, if you know the history of how the Western society was designed on the backs of forcefully enslaved Africans, Google the stories about female baby and male dungeons and the slave castles on the coast of Ghana, Elmina, Benin, and all the rest. The British, Spanish, French, and Portuguese who forcefully, enslaved Africans to build their civilization, industrialization, economy. You'll understand that we are being tolerated here in the West. And that's been one of my major points. But I cannot get my head around the fact that certain black folks will fight laboriously to attack that submission, to attack my position in that regard, and they would do anything within their power, within their ability to discredit the entirety of Africa and to uphold everything Western. That just tells you how deeply rooted the mental conditioning, how deeply rooted the mental chains affecting black folks are, right? So this lady carried on to say, we're being tolerated here because we strengthen the Western economy and currency. Point blank simple. I 100% agree with everything you said in the video. She was referencing the live stream. She said, in the next 2 to 3 generations, our history or family lineage could vanish. And I'll expatiate a little bit. She also further proceeded, to say, from my analysis, these massive migration of Africans to the West, in the novel form of enslavement of Africans for the benefit of the Western economy and currency, they have brainwashed us to think they are better, their society, education system, skin color, hair, and the list goes on, while our African societies and currency keep going down. This system is so deep, it's unbelievable. It's carefully and deliberately planned. Deliberately being the objective word, right? A lot of Africans, come to the West and work jobs that, Oyinbos, Muzungus, white folks don't want. A lot of the war and the conflict in African societies are orchestrated by the same people, plus African leaders are controlled by the West. That's a fact. That's not even me telling you. They deliberately erased and ignore African history in the education system they designed to generate workers, not thinkers. Let's smarten up and not fall for their trap. I think we're kind of, sorta in, partly in the trap already. So it's finding a way out. But I want you to watch, the video live stream excerpt and enjoy my expression, from the brief conversation with that brother. But before then, check out my hoodie. All right, Phrankleen, if you're interested, there's a link in the description. You can buy to support the channel. There you go. These episodes are sponsored by Sendwave. Sendwave is basically an app that you can download on your mobile device, be it Android, be it iPhone, within the 2 shakes of a dog still, it lets you send money from the United Kingdom, United States, to Nigeria, Ghana. It lets you send money from United Kingdom, United States, from Spain, Italy, Ireland, to Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, right? And then they're also starting to send money from to Bangladesh, and very soon they'll cover the rest of the world. Now, use my promo code Phrankleen, okay? As it's spelled on my channel, you get £5, $5, and or €5 added to your very first SendWave transaction, and you can share my promo code with your friends and or family. Let's go. There's a point that people are disregarding, right? The brother, which is the man, had gone through, for anyone that's lived in the West, yeah, who, a black person who knows what racism and all those things are about. Bruv, I'm sat here, I'm a victim of racial discrimination. I have been for years. I've dealt with, I'm still dealing with through the courts in England. Bro, I cannot put into words, there's a version of me that people know. I'll be playful in front of the camera. If I take the mask off and I go hard, I'm actually looking for the right time to, because, it might change the course of my channel completely. If I tell you the things I've been internalizing for years, some of you will run away from your devices. So I personally, I see it differently. Okay. We are being tolerated in the West. That's a fact. That's why it irritates me personally the most when you see black people. They get a bit of crumbs. I deliberately call it crumbs. A bit of crumbs. They taste a bit of comfortability. They will fight death
and they start showing off.
To uphold the West, to, they put their shoulders up. And then they're the first people to cancel the motherland. And I laugh. Let your 20 generations grow and die in the UK. You can never lay a claim to the soil of this country, because it's never. There's no way. And a gentleman told me something not too long ago, and it scared me. He said it only takes about 2 generations to strip black people of their history, their integrity, their lineage. Why? You come here, you live here for donkey years, you have your own children. Like what somebody was saying earlier, most of us within the black community have 2, 3, 4 children. And the reason why a lot of people can't take their children to the motherland is the flight tickets are bloody expensive as a family, right? So to even go in a year, you probably need £3,000-4,000 to just catch plane alone. Spending money and all those things, and then your bills and all that. And before you know, children are growing year after year. Before you blink, they become teenagers. Before you know, university, college, boom, they're out of the door, right? The only thing you see all those children doing, dancing as Zonto, doing everything. When a song, when a Davido song is this, they're dancing as a Marlian. You stop them in their tracks and ask them questions about their roots as Africans. I'll hear somebody, where are you from in Nigeria? I'm from Ogun State. Ah, marvelous. What do you know about Ogun State? I haven't got a clue. Have you ever been to Ogun State? No. There's a lady that said to me, oh yeah, I've been to Ijebu. I'm from Ijebu. Oh, great. What do you know about Ijebu? Oh, yuck, ew. Disgusting. I didn't really like the village. There were goats and chickens just running around, and this is a 21-year-old that I can fight. I just and I'm saying, they are black like you and I, my brother. These are the ones that will go ahead. They will have what we call the good jobs in the Western environment. Off the top of their list, oh yeah, I'm Nigerian. It's just all cool to say they're Nigerian. Stop them in their tracks. What do you know about your lineage, your father's side, your mother's side? They haven't got a clue. And then before you know, that person's going to lay with another woman, bang, they have children, and the lineage stops with them. Does it not worry you?
That's true.
It stops with them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
that's
more than likely, they take a sharp left and go marry into other races and stuff. Look in my wider family. Let me not go wide into other people's business now. My own family tree. There's a lot of us here in the UK, right? I
hmm
younger nephews and nieces, and they haven't got a bloody clue. They can only tell you I'm Nigerian. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And then when you ask them one or two questions, what do you know about Nigeria? Right. I'm from Ijebu. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. And then they laugh it away. They feel embarrassed. They run away from you. They haven't got a clue. And so, but I look at it critically, like we are burning the black race, the fam. And these are and then you have some of these other ones whose parents are here. I'm not saying it's wrong because you have good jobs, you work as a doctor, a solicitor, whatever that floats your boat. You're breaking bread, you're making £10,000 a month, whatever you're making. But look at it critically. Somebody said lost generation. We are done. Black people, yeah, will fight laboriously with every fiber in their body to defend their lives in England because of a bit of unrealistic comfortability, is what I call it. I live in Kent. So bloody what? I buy alone in Kent, ne? Oh, I live in Essex. Oh, well, yeah, yeah. I live in Chelmsford. So what? It pisses me off. The way today, Peckham, what's a crew in Peckham like 6 years ago? Will you keep quiet? All of those kids, you see them a lot, right? You can see them, oh, they work for an estate agency, they work for the NHS, they work for blah, blah, blah. Bro. And more and more like that every day. They're growing into the system, the Western system. And there's a major disconnect. And a lot of them, like we're having this conversation on these platforms, a lot of these people, their parents, they are actually sat in front of the engine that's pumping out the fears on a daily basis. Because
That's
let's
true.
be honest, a child that I have never taken to the motherland, what do you think I've got to offer that child in that regard? So it's very convenient for me to say, oh yeah, he's Buhari, and he's yeah, they just don't worry about it, mate. No, they're useless in Nigeria. There's nothing to see there. Oh well, my dad said there's nothing good about Nigeria. So how do you expect that child to then grow as a man with a solid spinal cord in the Western society that's deeply rooted in racism, that's designed to work against us as black people? How do you expect those kind of children to be able to fight the corners? That's why black community is non-existent. And there is more and more that we are churning out. That's why I laugh. I'm a respecter of opinions, but the self-sabotage, my brother, is absolutely ghastly. It worries me, man, because it's all well and good. You drive your expensive cars, blah, blah, blah. That's why I laugh. Why do you think they have Africa on the dining table? Right. So there you are, right? You've kind of get the picture, right? So basically, what I'm going to wrap up with is I am particularly concerned. This is why I use my platform to have this conversation. We have a lot of black folks within the black community, particularly raising kids, the youngins, our children. They are the next generation, and we make effort. We put a lot of effort into a lot of African parents. Your children don't speak their mother tongue. They don't speak their local dialect from where they came from, their villages or where they hailed from in Africa. You're fixated on the British and American accent. It's like a major achievement for most black people. Our culture is diminished. When I say culture, right, culture is subjective. But some. I'm not talking about misogynistic culture or misandrist culture or disgusting culture. Are actually rich, juicy, brilliant, powerful African culture, right? And if you look at it, like I said in the video, right? I've got, within my own family network, I've got, nephews and nieces and stuff, youngins, cousins who grew up in the Western system, right? They've never stepped foot in Africa. And there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of us like that in the West, whereby they grow up, young black men and women into the Western society. They are absolutely disconnected. They know nothing about their roots. They have no idea. They have no clue. They couldn't tell you about their grandfathers or their grandmothers or their village or where they hailed from. They have no knowledge. So what that means is they've been sucked in. They're being controlled by the Western system they live in. So gradually, one person after the other, one step after the other, our history and lineage within the African diaspora is diminishing on a daily basis. It's dangerous. You might not see it, but if you look at the bigger picture, it's absolutely dangerous, because in the next 1 or 2 generations, 2 to 3 generations, that's it. There's already a major disconnect, right? All these youngins, these youths out there, they don't care. The most you hear them talk about is jollof rice. Oh, it's nice, it's this, that's it. They have no clue. They can't speak Yoruba, they can't speak Igbo, they can't speak Hausa properly. They haven't got a clue, right? All they know is the UK, London town, London, Manchester. I'm going clubbing, I'm going going university, or I'm hanging out with my white friends. I'm not saying it's a crime if you have a white friend, but what I'm saying is you gravitate towards all that you know in the Western environment. You don't go to Africa, you're disconnected. Your parents have raised you to see Africa as ugly, as insufficient, and these children grow as adults into the society. That's why we will never have a black collective to be able to fight against injustice collectively being the objective word here, and be able to enjoy hopefully the breakthrough that we want as a collective group. That's why, because we are already destabilized and we keep destabilizing ourselves on a daily basis. Anyway, that's me done. What do you think? Keep the conversation going on below. It's your boy Phrankleen. I would love to hear from you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you. If you're stopping for the first time, you've managed to get to the end of the video. Thank you for doing so. Don't forget to download SendWave, share my promo code with your friends and all family. If you want to support my channel, you can buy my merch, look in the description below. You can support me via Cash App, you can join my channel membership, you can join my Patreon, or you can support via PayPal. But if you can't do any of those things, the fact that you've given me your time, you've hit the like button, you've banged on the subscribe button, you've banged on the bell button, that means a lot to me, alright? Please, I ask respectfully that you kindly keep sharing my videos, because when I gain traction, when you do all that, it helps the video go wide and far. If you want to send me email, you want to get in touch with me, send me your stories or whatever, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Look in the description below. If you're watching this on YouTube, you see my details in there. It's your boy Phrankleen. What do you think? Let's keep that conversation going on below. Peace and love. Salute. Bye.